Um, the Medium, if you didn't watch that episode, it's a survival horror game uh, developed by a Bloober team. Good old Bloob. They made Observer, Layers of Fear, Blair Witch,
Debbie Does Dallas.
Yeah, whatever. And the big
not their first foray in the horror.
Right. Yeah, they're pretty good, but they have been admittedly the record is pretty spotted. Observer, everybody agrees is like amazing, but there's a lot of flaws in like Layers of Fear and Blair Witch. There's a lot of flaws in it, but for the most part, they kind of get it right. The Medium, while there was a big deal about it, this is the first game that is exclusive to the Xbox Series X and Series S. So there is no last gen version of it. Yeah. And because of that, I was amped. I was pumped.
Okay. Pumped, all right. I own an Xbox, and if you don't own an Xbox, you can't play this game.
You can not.
You can not. So eat that, Miles Morales.
Well, let's hold on.
You eat that, God of War, your Kratos.
I don't know about all that.
Don't. You maybe delete that game in a week or so.
The Medium came out. I played through it. I've beat it. It's about maybe 10-ish hours. It is adequate. It's not. It does the things that it does well. It does really good. So
not groundbreaking. Not you have to rush out, go get it.
It is. So they do one thing that's very adventurous, and it takes advantage of the hardware. It does this like split reality thing where you're playing in the real world and you're also playing in the spirit realm, and both worlds are rendering at the same time simultaneously.
Okay.
That is pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. And they use that like you solve puzzles and stuff, and it's pretty cool. But the thing that's a little jarring, and I wish they were a little more forthcoming with when they were like promoting the game, is it plays a lot like Silent Hill 1 and 2, whereas it's fixed camera. It's not a lot of combat, and majority of it is like you're going in environments. You gotta, something needs to be placed here, so I got to go in this other room and pick this thing up and place it here, and like it's a lot of that. So it's not for everybody. This is not going to be the system seller that Xbox probably thought it was going to be.
Old survival horror tanky controls too.
No, it does not. Thank God. So it doesn't have that. But the problem with fixed camera horror games is, especially in this game, because there are certain instances where you have to run from something. And when the camera angle changes, suddenly like you're holding up at first to run away, and then the camera angle changes, and now you got to hurry up and switch to holding down to run away.
Right.
And
man, this sounds like someone that did not play a lot of N64. I'm like, and
I mean, I'm fine. Like the C stick prepared me, son, but
a whole generation later. Yeah, no, I get it. It can be super annoying.
Yeah. So I mean that, and the story is very like it's overly convoluted. Like I beat the game and I still kind of don't know what happened.
What happened? Did I leave my fleshlight in the third realm? I don't know.
and not to like, I'm not trying to beat on the game, but the people who wrote the script, they were a little presumptuous as far as assuming they were going to get a sequel, because it ends on a cliffhanger. And I'm like,
so is it or is it not a tech demo game?
I feel so. To fill in on like why this is such a big deal on next gen. Apparently, Bloober team was working on this back on the Xbox 360, and halfway through development, they realized, holy shit, the 360 cannot do this. So they just put it on the shelf. So yeah, in some ways it is. I really don't want to like say it's just a tech demo, because it does a lot of things right if you like survival horror.
Say it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it does feel like the main idea of this game was like, we need a game to show off the tech, and this is a game that can do it.
There you have it.
It's free on Game Pass too, right?
It is included on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, by all means,
There you go.
try it out. If you got Game Pass and you have 10 hours to kill, by all means. It's not, I don't hate it, but it's definitely
Microsoft
not.
sponsor me. Selling your Game Pass.
Hashtag sponsored.
It just doesn't meet that. Nobody's going to like compare this to like a Resident Evil or a Silent Hill
Or a Miles Morales or a God of War.
Sure.